So, let's rewind a bit and talk about Benidorm's history. Back in the day, like way back, around the 8th century, Muslims ruled this whole region as part of Al-Andalus. In fact, Benidorm was one of the coastal watchpoints. There were lookout towers all along these hills, and they kept a pretty close eye on, well, anyone trying to roll up unannounced. Fast forward to today, and you've got a small but active Muslim community here in Benidorm. There's even a central mosque that serves as the hub for Jummah prayers, Islamic classes, and community gatherings. It may be tucked away from the main beach scene, but it's a strong, dedicated group. So whether you're here for the beach or just passing through, it's nice to know there's a bit of that history and community still alive in Benidorm today. For centuries, it was actually a quiet fishing village, a real contrast to the flashy tourist hub it is today. Families here lived off the sea, with small boats, fresh catches, and a laid-back vibe. You'd hardly recognize it compared to the skyscrapers and neon lights we see now. Back then, people came here for fish, not fiestas. But in the 1950s, someone had a vision, and Benidorm transformed almost overnight into the ultimate vacation spot. The fishing boats turned into high-rise hotels, and beachgoers swapped places with the fishermen. Now, it's Spain's Sin City, with tourists flying in from all over. But the fishing village roots are still there if you know where to look. So Benidorm is basically Spain's answer to Las Vegas, but with beaches. It's all about the less is more vibe, especially when it comes to clothes. You're just here for a stroll by the water, maybe to check out the view, and suddenly, well, there's a lot more scenery than you signed up for. It's definitely a test of patience. But hey, we're here to see what else Benidorm has to offer. Right outside the tram station, there's a bus stop that's almost always empty and super frequent. This bus is a straight shot to the main center, the beach, and our first stop of the day, Mundomar, where we're off to check out some of Allah's amazing creations. On the way, we spotted the central Mosque of Benidorm, so of course we had to check it out. We stopped by, hoping to visit the House of Allah, but turns out there was an active Islamic class for kids going on. A sister opened the door and politely let us know filming wasn't allowed. Bit of a letdown, but we get it. So, back on the bus we went, heading to Mundomar. And as we got closer, the entire Benidorm skyline came into view. Definitely a unique sight. Right next door to Mundomar, we've got Aqualandia, a water park for kids and adults, or as we like to call it, Haramlandia. Mixed gender, minimal swimwear. It's definitely one to skip if you're keeping it halal. Just so you know, we didn't plan to come to Mundomar around Halloween. It just happened that Halloween had passed a few days ago, but apparently, they love their decorations because everything is still spookified. And check out this entrance. It's like Jurassic Park vibes, complete with massive gates and all. Let's just hope the only wild creatures we see today are inside the enclosures.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Subhanallah. What an incredible experience to see these beautiful creatures up close. You can't help but be in awe of Allah's creations. But honestly, part of the visit was a little upsetting, seeing the sea lions and dolphins kept in such small spaces. It didn't feel right. These animals are meant for the vast ocean, not these tiny enclosures. Oh, and if you're here during the day, they've got shows lined up with the seals, dolphins, and even parrots at specific times. So you can catch them showing off their skills, or at least being bribed with treats. After the dolphin show, we found a cozy little spot to pray dur. One thing we've noticed about Spain, praying in public, no problem at all. At least, that's been our experience so far. No strange looks, no hassle, just peaceful. Alhamdulillah for that.
I'm like, Hamdulillah. I'm like, Hamdulillah.
Even later, when we got back to Benidorm's busy city center, we found a spot right next to a casino. And guess what? No issues at all. People just went about their day, and we could pray peacefully. Gotta say, that's one thing we've appreciated about being here. It was actually nice to see we weren't the only Muslims here. Felt a bit like finding family in unexpected places. Now, as for food options here, let's just say, very limited. They've got tortilla, some fish, and chips. But honestly, only Allah knows what else they're frying up in that oil. Definitely pack some snacks if you're coming here. By the time we made it back to the center, right next to the ocean, it was evening, and the beach was packed. Tons of people still sunbathing and, well, not exactly the vibe we were hoping for. So, once again, we had to skip the beach. Guess it's just not in the cards today. So instead, we decided to explore the shops and check out what food options they had for us Muslim visitors. You never know what you might find in these little spots. Now, food-wise, Benidorm has a few places that claim to be halal. But let's be honest, let's be real. This isn't exactly a halal hotspot. Most places here are all about sangria and tapas, not samosas and kebabs. But we did manage to find a few halal curry houses, thanks to our friends, the British holidaymakers. Apparently, enough Brits missed their tikka masala so much that a bunch of Muslim families from the UK actually moved here just to open Indian takeaways. So, if you're craving a curry with an ocean view, Benidorm's got you covered. So, that's Benidorm, folks. Sin City in all its glory. Definitely not your usual halal travel destination. But hey, we gave it a shot. From flashy beaches to neon-lit streets, it's an experience. If you're planning a visit, come with a sense of humor and maybe some snacks from home. And if you'd rather stay home, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Would you ever take a trip to Benidorm? Or is this as close as you're getting? Until next time, travel smart, keep it halal, and stay blessed.